yourself. Excellent. Great. Lovely. So starting sitting on your soft ball. You're going to sit with your legs crossed if that's available, if that's comfortable. If there's anything going on with your knees and you can't have your legs crossed, of course, just extend your legs out in front of you. That's it. And then close your eyes. Bring your attention and awareness to your mind, body, and breath today. Taking a few moments to check in with yourself. Check in with your breath. Give yourself permission to be here now. Permission to let go of the day, to welcome in your breath, and to release the tension that we've unknowingly built up throughout the day. Each out breath, you can imagine the tension melting away. Imagine those tense areas of your body or the tense areas of your breath like chocolate before it melts, and as you breathe out, the warmth of your breath is melting that chocolate, melting that tension away. And then slowly bringing your awareness back into the room, blinking your eyes open. And then we're going to come off the ball, take it out, notice how it feels for a moment, just check in with yourself. Great. So then we're going to lie down on your back with your ball. You're going to place it underneath your pelvis. So place the ball under your pelvis. Remember, your ball needs to be quite floppy, so it's not a full ball. That's it. Yeah, great. Turn your palms up to face the ceiling. Let your eyelids softly close. And take some cleansing breaths here. And then we're going to begin moving your pelvis. So let's start rocking your pelvis forwards and back. Diving your tailbone forwards over the ball and then letting your tailbone rise. Leading the movement with your pelvis, with your tailbone particularly. So there's this feeling, I like the image of there being elastic attached to your tailbone, pulling your tailbone away and then releasing your tailbone back, pulling your tailbone away and releasing your tailbone back. Exactly. And not only is it pulling your tailbone away from your head, it's also pulling it away from your pubic bone slightly. So you're yawning open the base of your pelvis. Let's just do that one or two more times, allowing your head to respond to the movement of your pelvis. And then come to the balance point where you feel roughly pubic bone, hip bones and belly button are level. And then we're going to go side to side. And let's focus on our sacrum meeting the ball underneath. So you're going to use your pelvis, use your sacrum to move the air in the ball. So go into the ball over one way, into the ball over the other way. That's it. Nice. And let your breath flow. Keep giving yourself permission to be here, to be in your body, to give this practice your full attention. And then let that gently come to balance in the middle. And then we're going to dive round in a circle. And I'm using the word dive today because I'd like your circle to be really quite full, quite vigorous almost. Not strenuous, but vigorous. So you're really going for it. How far can you move your pelvis around the ball in this circle? How much can that circle of your pelvis influence your head? So if your head is very stuck and fixed, then we need to let it go a little bit. Perhaps you can open your mouth a little bit, change direction to let your jaw just hang and we'll be a bit freer. That's it. Nice. There we go. There we go. And then we're going to make the circle smaller and smaller and smaller, like water going down the drain, down the plug hole, spiraling all the way. And it gets smaller and smaller until it comes to stillness. That's it. And then when it's come to stillness, you'll still feel the fluid movement continuing like a whirlpool. The water keeps going. We have that flow of fluid happening all the time. So stand to your feet now, lift your pelvis up, scoop out your ball, and enjoy that lovely feeling. Great, great, great. Then we're going to take the ball underneath the back of your ribs. So we're going to go into our thoracic wave. Bring your arms into a goalpost position, like our scarecrow we worked on last week. And just be here for a moment. Okay. So we're going to breathe into the left lung, moving the ribs, opening the ribs to the left, and then breathing out. Let your sternum melt down, and then breathe into the right lung, into the right ribs, into the right side, and then breathe out to the middle. So you're essentially moving from side to side, but you're motivating that movement. That's it, exactly. You're motivating that movement from your breath, from the image of being able to inflate one lung, then the other. Brilliant. And a bit like the movement, the whirlpool motion of the fluid in your pelvis we spoke about a moment ago. We have that fluid potential here and we can follow it, exaggerate it, a bit like the current of a river. You know, it's going and you can just kind of ride the current. Can you exaggerate? Can you ride the current? Brilliant. Last couple now. And then you're going to let that movement dissipate. Bring your arms down so they're in a V at the side of your body. Straighten your left leg out along your mat. So your right leg stays bent. Great. We're going to do leg winding. So some of you will have done this, some of you won't, some of you will have been ages, but we're going to have a little fun with our leg windings today. So rock on your heel from side to side. Letting your leg be super floppy, that's it. So like a rag doll, just flop, flop, one way then the other, that's it. Rocking on your heel, you've got it. And then start to circle your foot. And when your toes come up towards your nose, your knee bends. When your toes go to the floor, your knee straightens. So you're just winding this floppy circle. All right, that's it. So your knee bends, you've got it when your toes come up. And it's still, even although we've kind of choreographed it now, it is still loose and floppy. Great. So when your foot is moving and it's sending this little wave up through your lower leg, through your knee, through your thigh, all those layers and strings coming up to your pelvis from your lower leg, through your pelvis, all the way up to where the ball is at the back of your body and beyond. But I want you to feel a sense of your leg coming out of where the ball is. And then change direction, keep that in mind, circling. That's it. Let your knee bend, let it be floppy. And maybe this direction feels a little more awkward, it's fine. We often have one direction that we can find more freely than the other. Beautiful. So really think about getting heavier into the ball. Perhaps as your toes are reaching away, you get heavier into the ball. Last couple. And then let your leg flop out. And then straighten your right leg out to join your left leg. And you'll be compelled to look at it because it feels so much longer. Feel how much longer your left leg is to your right, just because we've unwound that tension all the way up. Isn't that crackers? So simple. Bend your left leg, let's match them up. So you bend your left leg, rock on your right heel. This is the sort of thing, we're doing it with a ball because that's what we do in the class, but at home at another time, like even in your bed, you could do this with no ball or anything. So you're floppy rocking, and you can notice, so I noticed the quality on the right side compared to the left. It feels just denser, thicker, tougher on the right to move. We're all different one side to the other. So start your circles now, the winding part. That's it. That's it. I was listening to the analogy, you know, I like my images and analogies, but I was listening to the analogy of, is it Formula One? The race cars, the super light, you know, they pit stop, don't they? So they pit stop even when they don't need to, because they're doing that in preparation to go faster for longer and win the race. This is our version of a pit stop. Change direction. This is our version. All of these sorts of movements that we do, they're our pit stop to prepare us to look after our future self so we can, go faster and go for longer. So we're going in the other direction. Tune into where the ball is at the back of your body. Make sure you're continuing to breathe. And then rest there. Straighten out your left leg to join your right leg, and hopefully you've got two long legs. Roll to one side, scoop your ball out. Oh, take some deep breaths. Feel how amazing that is. Okay, straighten your left leg and bend your right knee in towards you and hold on to your right knee with your right hand. You're going to circle your right knee in the socket. Send your thigh bone down in the socket. Now your left leg is straight or straight-ish, and it's going to do the same winding movement we just did. So you're opening both legs, closing both legs, opening both legs, closing both. That's it. So they go together. And then change direction, opening both legs, closing. Deepening that thigh bone into the socket. So the right thigh bone, that's better, into the socket. If you feel like your head and shoulders are coming away from the mat, you can always put your towel or your cushion underneath your head. 2 more. And then release, straighten that leg out. Hopefully we've got even more release. And then we go to the other side. So you're circling, they're going towards each other and then away. So they go, that's it. Noticing just as always, what's the difference? And be curious about that. How interesting. How floppy can the right leg be and how deep in the socket can your left leg be? Exactly. And change direction. Very nice. This is asking a lot of coordination and you're doing incredibly well with it. Well done. Last couple of circles. Excellent. And then stretch both legs out. Feel how amazing that is. If you've got a band, you can do the band version of this. I don't have a band, so I'm not going to use a band today, but you're going to put your foot in your band if you want to do the foot in the band. We've done the foot in the band. I will just say this, we have done the foot in the band quite a lot recently, so you might want to explore what it feels like without the band, just say it. So you've got your leg up towards the ceiling. So the foot is up, but the femur is down. You're going to reach your leg across your body, lifting your right hip up. And then you're going to roll back across your body and open your right leg out. Bring it up and take it across. That's it. Your arms are really helpful here. So they're going to stay down as an anchor to help you. And just like the femur circle and leg winding, your legs are doing the same thing. So your right leg goes across your body at the same time your left leg is going towards it. So they're coming towards each other and going away from each other. So there's a little roll. That's it. Let's do one more of the crossing over. And then we're going to go ahead into the circle. So go across, down, round and up. Across, down, round and up. One more. Cross, down, round and up. Other way. Open, down, cross and up. Remember your hip comes off. We're going for the full version. That's it. Last one. And bend and rest down. Notice how that was. If you did it with a band for the first time in a while or first time ever, how was that? Take your left leg up towards the ceiling. Feel the weight of your femur down and your foot up. Where's your sacrum? Then reach your leg over. Your hip comes up and then open. Get into a nice rhythm with this. So you're getting your rotation for your spine. So you get that lovely mobility. Nice. And then you've also got this opposing leg thing. So your legs are crossing. Your legs are opening. It's just a sense of it. That's it. It's not like the leg on the floor is moving on the floor. There's just a sense of it. That's it. Once more. And then we're going to go into the circles. Across, down, round and up. Across, down, round and up. Cross, down, round and up. Reverse. Open, down, cross and up. Remember your hip still comes off. That's it. Last one. And then bend and down. Bend both knees. Put your band down if you had a band. Grab your ball. Throw it to where your feet are so you can just pop your toes on top of the ball. So your toes are kind of climbing up the ball. Yeah, your heels are just on your mat. So please don't have your feet on the ball, just your toes. That's it. Okay, great. And then we're going to go into bridging. So your feet are meeting. So your heels are meeting the floor. Your ball, well, yes, the balls of your feet are meeting the ball and you come up. And then slowly come down. Take stock of what that was like. You need to move closer to your ball or whatever. And then we're going to go again, standing into your feet. Lift your sacrum up and melt your sternum down. That's it. Keep going. Just enjoying yawning open the front of your hips, waking up the back of your pelvic floor Excellent. Great. Just one more like that. It's amazing the difference it makes, doesn't it? Just having your feet in that slightly different orientation. All right, so you can just kick the ball off to one side, back into a normal bridge now. Arms along by your side, stand into your feet, sacrum up, sternum down. Pause at the top. We're going to essentially stay up, but we're going to come down at the same time, just because, you know, I like to challenge us. So you're up, but you're going to take your left hip dipping down, but try and keep your right hip up, and then bring it up. Right hip dips down and up. And you're basically just going one, then the other, staying up. So as one hip goes down, send the other one up a bit higher. Yes, exactly. So you're not letting the left go down as the right goes down. You're sending it up better. So you're creating a useful kind of tension through your pelvis. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. It might not touch the floor. Don't worry, that's not the goal. 2 more. Brilliant. Good. Then we're going to come back down from our bridge. Cross your right leg over your left leg. Lift your left foot off the floor. If the outside of your hip is screaming at you when you take your left foot off the floor, just keep it down. It's absolutely fine. Arms wide, roll from side to side. So you're rolling straight across your pelvis, heavy through the back of your shoulders, and let your head turn and roll in the opposite direction. So just to say it again, your right leg's crossed over your left, and now you're going to go all the way over to the left so that your right foot is on the floor. Great, look at that. We're in a rotation. Just be there and breathe. You are there, yes. So your both feet can be on the floor. So if you feel like you're suspended and it's a little strainy, you can let your left foot come down as well. So you get your right foot down, left foot down. That's it. Excellent. Now bring your right arm across into book opening position. Great. And then roll it open again. Look at it. And then go back. That's it. Each time you open, can you meet your legs a little bit more so you're stretching away from them further? Great. We'll do once more of your book opening. And then come back to the center, open your arms, roll across your pelvis, uncross, come down. Notice how that is. And then cross your left leg over. Right foot in the air if it will go, and then roll side to side. So we're throwing in some oldies, some fun ones, some good ones to get your brain woken and your spine truly wrung out. If you Google or whatever, YouTube search, wring out your spine, you will find a class very much of this nature that I taught a while ago. I look really young. That's how long ago. It was BC, before COVID. All right, team. So You've got the idea. We're going to go to the right with your legs. So you've got your feet on the floor. You're just still in the same position, but it anchors you there. Just breathe there for a moment. It's okay that it's different. Great. And then we're going to do book openings or book closing, really. Rolling across. Each time you can just meet your legs a little bit more, anchor into them. It will create more stability at that side for you to be free to explore the mobility through your spine. That's it, isn't it glorious? Enjoy it. And of course, if you need to close your arms in and do thoracic rotation, if you feel like it's too much with the long arm, then you could definitely do that. No, we're keeping it simple, no band, but you could do it with the band. Alrighty, let's open back out. Roll back to the middle, uncross your legs, jiggle about, center yourself. How was that? Clasp your hands behind your head now. Feel the weight of your head dropping into your hands. And we're just going to do a basic chest lift. So feel the weight of your head and continue to feel the weight of your head as you look down your cheekbones and roll up. And then slowly roll down. And again, look down your cheekbones and roll up. And just noticing perhaps there's a bit more ease there because of everything that we've done already. Just one more. Keep your hands clasped behind your head. Extend your left leg long along the mat. So you've got your right knee bent, your left leg straight along the mat. We're going to do crisscross, but we're going to do it from here. So just on one side. Your right leg comes up and you come around and then it comes down. So to come up, you've got to find some weight down and long with your right leg. Enjoy the rotation all the way around. That's it. Now you can carry on as you are, you know, like we did last week where we did series of 5, which we might squeeze in today as well. So choose your own adventure, go up the rung of the ladder and stop where you need to. You might be already starting to notice that your left leg could levitate. So there's a point where as you come around, if you're just fully connected, your left leg will come off and you just let it. And then it goes back down again. So you're coming around and your left leg has the potential to float. And it's floating. It's not because you're lifting. There's just that moment where you go, oh yes, if I acknowledge it, it could levitate. Once more on this side. How good is that? And then we'll swap to the other side. Notice how it feels as you're switching from side to side. Clasp your hands. Feel the weight down and long through your right leg as you rotate around to the left. So the emphasis, I'll say it again, it's down and long with your right leg as you come down. It's not to come up. It's not just that your right leg is pressing or it's pushing down. There's got to be weight and length at the same time. And you know, I'm a real stickler about your hand position. Interlace your fingers fully around the back of your head. They're not decorating. And we control our way up, armpit to hip rather than elbow to knee. I want you to imagine that if your elbow and knee were going to touch each other, they would have an electric shock. So they don't want to go near each other, but your armpit and hip, different story. That's better. Okay, so then we're going to go into the hovering. So find that point where your right leg is ready to literally just levitate. So as you're coming around, it's heavy and long, and then it just levitates. So the front of your hip is open. Brilliant. And then pause up this time. So you're looking around to the left, and then we're going to switch, 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 switch. It would be so rude if we didn't actually do crisscross after all that good preparation. 2 more, 1 more, and then rest. Hug your knees in, have a moment. That was sneaky. Well done, you did great. Okay, well, I think we're ready to come over onto your front now and explore some of the not crisscross, we've done that, don't panic, the scarecrow movements that we did last time. So bring the ball underneath your chest. This is so cool. If you bring it there, it's going to hold you up and make this a much freer start position. Because if we get ourselves into a start position, which already feels a bit tight and tense, it makes it awfully difficult to then move from there. So you're resting on the ball, gazing down. Your lower back is really soft and easy. So in fact, tuck your toes under, lift up your thighs and lengthen them. Lay them back down and then toes out. Great. So first of all, heavy elbows, float your forearms and hands. Heavy elbows. Heavy elbows. And just keep working on that first part. So as your elbows are getting heavy, the upper arm bone is rolling around. So you can imagine the flesh on your arm rolling around the bone of your arm. That's it. Yes, and that then helps to tell your shoulder blades to just curl down and round. So we're going to lift up our forearms and pause there. And then from here, lift your elbows up, lower them down, lift them up, lower them down, keep going. So your hands stay higher than your elbows all the time. Twice more, once more, and then lift and hold. Can you lower your elbows a little bit and lift your hands a little bit more and take your chest forwards into a swan position? Stay there, reach your arms forwards and bend them, reach them forwards and bend them. Once more, reach them forwards, bend them. Take your chest down, take your elbows down, take your hands down. Have a child pose. Well done. Super. Put the ball underneath your pelvis now and rest your head on your hands. So the ball's under your pelvis, rest your head on your hands. Rock side to side. So your pelvis is gently rocking, pelvic clock side to side. Now, as you go from side to side, we're going to start to introduce a leg raise. So as your right hip goes down, your left leg lifts up. Left hip goes down, right leg comes up. So you're reaching your leg away as your hip is becoming free from the ball. That's it, exactly. Twice more. Yeah, legs straight as much as you can. That's it. Super. Pelvis is still on the ball. Tuck your toes under. You're going to reach your heels away and circle. So your knees come up like the leg windings, but on your front. Reach your heels, your knees come up, release and they come down. Reach and they come up. That's it. And you're circling. This is a great way to massage out any tension, any scar tissue you might have through your pelvis. Change direction. Especially if you've had abdominal surgery, like a C-section or a hernia repair, that kind of thing. Last one. Okay. So now what we're going to do is reach both heels away so your knees lift. This is where it's going to get exciting, folks. So both heels have, both knees have lifted. Then point your toes so your legs are levitating, and then we're going to heel click. Out and in, out and in, out and in, out and in. So you're balancing on the ball. Keep going. Your lower back is not doing it because your pelvis is balanced on the ball. You've got it. Last two, last one, and rest. Haven't done heel beats in forever. Take the ball out, go back into child pose. All right, team, we're going to go into baby looks and swan. We'll do our like baby looks with the single leg kick. So no ball, we'll just go au natural, hands either side of your shoulders. You've got that up and stretch over, look over your shoulder and then come back down. Look up and over your shoulder, peeling your shoulder away. And then as you look up, you're stretching your leg as we did before, but then you're going to bend it and look towards it. Reach and look towards it. So we're combining the idea, that's it, for our single leg kick. Baby looks. That's great. Use your hands, bring your hands back a bit, Julia, so you can use them a bit more. That's it. Bouncing yourself off, doing one or two more. And then we're going to play with our swan. We love a swan. Pull with your hands. Chest comes forward. Stand in your hands. Come up. Remember, your pelvis comes with you. Keep the length through the front of your body as you lower yourself down. And again, swanning up. Remember the feeling of tucking your toes under and lengthening your knees. That's what you want to have here as you calm down. So your legs are being lengthened away from you as you're lengthening forward. Look forward, not up. Look forward, not up. Beautiful. Do one more. And then we're going to go into some play. Okay. So from this position with your hands, you're going to start lifting your legs straight up, your right leg straight up towards the ceiling. And when there's no other choice, it's going to bend and bring you up to Z sit. That's it. Look at that. Then we'll go back again. Take your hands back to where they were and let your body follow. Lift the leg up, same side. When there's no choice, it bends and you scoop into Z sit. And again, bring your hands and then your body follows. This time we'll stay up in our Z sit. So your leg comes up as far as it can, and then it bends, push through your hands and scoop up. Now you're roughly in a Z sit, yeah? So we're all off in different directions. It's fine. That's why we check red space at the beginning. Then we're going to do mermaid. So you're going to come up and over one way, and then up and over the other. Up and over one way. Up. Then you're going to go over towards your left knee. So you go over in your mermaid to your left knee, and then rotate around your leg. So you've got your right hand on the floor. There we go. Great. So we've done this before. So you're going to push away to curve, pull to extend, push, that's it. And brilliant. Enjoy that wave-like movement. So even though we're saying push-pull with your hands, we've got that strong lead and involvement from your pelvis. That's it. That's it, exactly. Last one, and I want you to come up into extension. So lift your chest up, tail feathers out behind you, and you're going to lift and lower your back leg. So this is the fire hydrant. I'm going to spin around so you can see. So you're here, you're in extension, back leg up and down. So I know we haven't done this for ages, and sometimes we've got one side that feels like it can do it, yes, and one side where it feels like it can't. So if it feels like it can't, you're just going to think it. You're going to think, what do I need to do to lift that leg up? Even just consider lifting that leg up. That's it. 2 more. Last one. And rest there. Come back into your mermaid. Mermaid the other way. And then you're going to dive all the way back round to where we started. How about that? Ready to go the, yeah, exactly. Ready to go the, that's all right. There's a lot of moving parts. Let's go the other way. Leg comes up and spins you around. That's it. So we turn around and roll back down. Left leg up. It goes as far as you can. And then you come up. And you have to organize your legs a little bit. So your left leg comes up. It goes as far as it can, then it bends. You then bend your right leg in to meet it in a Z sit, yeah? That's it. And again. By Jobs, I think you have it. Let's do one more to come up into the Z sit to mermaid. Right, so now we're there in a Z sit. We're going to mermaid. And it doesn't matter which way you go first. You're having your own exploration. And we're going to go both ways anyway. Great. And then go over the right leg, rotate around. And then you're curving, pushing, and pulling into extension. Pushing and pulling into extension. Keep going. Remember, even though we're cueing the hands, your pelvis is really leading and creating that wave. That's it. Yeah, that's it. And then come into the extension, hold the extension, back leg. So you stay up and your back leg is fire hydranting. Now, if you can't lift it, you could go down on your forearms and that will give you more slack to lift and lower if it feels like you can't do it when you're propped up. Keep breathing, keep smiling, think of all the goodness you're giving yourself. All right, last one. Come back into mermaid, all the way back up and over, and then you're going to dive round both hands and onto your front. Well done. Okay. Come up to sitting. Come toward the front edge of your mat. Actually, you'll need a bit of space. So you've got one leg, so have your left leg extended and your right leg bent. You're going to use your right leg as a bit of a kind of leverage to help you come up and down. So you're going to hold your right leg to lower you down, and then you're going to reach your right leg forwards to bring you back up. You're going to hold it to lower you down, and you're going to reach it to bring you back up. So you're using it to help you. That's it. So for it to help you, you need to push into it a little bit. That's it. One last one on the holding the right leg. You got it. And then grabbing onto the back of your left leg. Same thing, using it for leverage. So good. It's interesting. It's always interesting to notice the difference from one side to the other. Just be curious about it. It's all good. Let's do a little bit of rolling. What we're doing is rolling, twisting jackknife, because we've got this rotational kind of theme going on. So instead of just shooting your legs up, it's like doing a mogul upside down. So you go in your ball, twist up and in. And then, of course, alternate sides. Ooh. Feel the coordination. It happens fast. Twist and then twist. That's it. Twist and then. One last one. It's wild doing that one. I love it. All right. Let's come on to all fours. Hands under your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Slide your left hand, right foot away, and then slowly slide them back in. Basic quadruped. I like to cue this thinking about the second toe reaching back, and that's going to help you to maintain alignment. Great. So the next time your left hand, right leg are out, you're going to stay there. The first thing you're going to do is take them out on a diagonal away from each other and then back in, out and in, out and in, out. That's it. And out and in. Once more, out and in. Stay there. You're now going to rock forwards and back, going between your left hip, right hand, left hip, right hand. Keep reaching your hand forwards, left hand forwards, right second toe back. So you get that oppositional reach. Once more. And then come back in. Notice how it feels. Ready to go the other way. Left leg, right arm, rock, right hip, left. Continuing that feeling of length out through your second toe. Keep your legs straight. Do not let it bend. Who's bending? Okay, keep your legs straight, like somebody's pulling your hand and somebody's pulling your foot. I know it's hard. We need to have lots of space. Last one. And then come back in. Same arm as leg. We're coming around into our star. That's it. Opening, yawning open. So the same arm as leg. Yawning open. Beautiful. Think about the movements we did at the very beginning that were designed to help you to be free and liberated in your hips. That's it. Hips and pelvis right now. And then the next time your right arm, right leg is out, you're going to stay there. Hold it here. Keep breathing. Holding. Breathing. Reach your underneath. So left hip forwards a little bit more. Put your right foot on the floor. Reach your right arm over your head. Side bend more. Like a mermaid. That's it. And then come up. Side bend more. And then come up once more. Side bend more. And then come up. Stay there. Anchor your right foot into the floor. Bring your left foot behind it to join it. Look, you're in a side bend. Ta-da! Bring it back in. Come back down. Same thing on the other side. Left arm, left leg, open. That's it. I've turned around because I want to see you. Yes. Holding it there, breathing. Right hip forwards, yawn it open more. Reaching through your foot and your arm. Breathing, breathing. Put your left foot on the floor. Side bend a bit more. Reach up and over. Breathe in as you side bend more. That's it. Your left foot's on the floor to make it a little easier. That's it. Big side bend. You've got it. And then go over, stay over. Stand in your left foot. Bring your right foot behind. You're in a side bend. Ta-da! Bring your right knee in and back onto all fours. Take a child pose. Do what you need to do. Well, I know it's time, but I did want to do a funny teaser thing if you're up for it. Yes. Okay. So you're going to lie on your side. You're going to have your top hand on your, and this is not about it looking pretty or anything. We're just going to play with it. All right. So your top hand is on your top thigh. You're going to lift your top leg up. And then when it can't just go up anymore, it's going to turn up to the ceiling and the other leg's going to meet it. Ta-da! You've still got one hand on the floor. That's it. And then it all comes back down by whatever means. And then we go again. So you're lifting your leg up. When it can't go any further, the other leg comes and joins it. And then on the way down, you can put the bottom leg down and then the top leg down. So it's a bit of a scissors. All right. You can use your arm to help you to reach up. The one on the floor is meeting the floor to help you come up. Leg down, leg down. Excellent job. Let's do the other side. I love how up for it you all are, to give it a go. Okay. So same thing. You're in your straight line. Your leg is coming up. And yes, we definitely have two sides. And then down, down, reach, lift it up, reach. And your teaser, down, down. Oh, this is fun. Isn't it funny that this is my idea of fun and you're all joining in? One more. And then rest there. Come up to standing for a moment. We've gone round the houses. Take a moment to notice how you feel.